Guys, hope y'all are having a good Sunday. I'm coming to you from Texas, and I'm going to do an easy project for you today on the Hometalk page. I'm excited to share it with you. My name is Kim. I blog over at Hunt and Host. You can find lots of easy DIY projects there. And the one I'm going to show you today is super simple, and I'm going to give you a couple of tips as we go. So what we're going to start with is something that you guys all have at your house, and that's an empty cereal box. Or maybe a pizza box. Anybody got a pizza box? Probably from, Saturday night, last night, y'all have one in your trash. So while I'm starting, I want you guys to tell me where you're coming in from. Like I said, I'm down in Texas. The weather is finally pretty and not all the way dying hot here, but it's pretty warm. So you guys tell me where you're coming from. What I'm going to do is on this cereal box is I'm going to sketch a letter. And I'm going to show you guys how to make this a great project for your house. And the reason I like to do this is because you can make this letter any size that you want to go with whatever decor space that you're going to do. And you can make it as big or as little as you want. And you're going to see why in a minute. But just use a ruler, guys. If you want, if you're not very good at lettering, you could always print something off of your printer in a font that you like, but for this project, I'm going to say, you kind of want to make fat letters, and I'm literally just making this up as I go along. I do about a 2-inch, you can maybe do 3-inch letters, I guess. I'm trying 2 inches. I don't know if y'all could see that, but I'm just going to sketch out a block letter, because blocks are easy to make straight, right? Just a good old school ruler. I mean, you literally have all the supplies that you're going to need. May, tell me, my daughter May is videoing for me today. Sweet May. Where is everybody coming from? Got anybody telling you?
We have a couple of people from Texas like us.
What part of Texas?
Dallas and Wentworth. And we have a couple people from Oklahoma.
Wow.
And in Illinois, it's at 44 degrees and it's raining.
Aww. But I bet it's nice. And okay, so I'm making the letter M for my sweet May. This is for her room. You guys tell me what letter would you make and why. And if you share this project on your Facebook page and tell us what letter you would be making, then you are going to be entered for a chance to win a Hometalk tote. So everybody be sure to share this project so other people can see this easy DIY. And let me know, what letter would you make and why would you make it? May, read me some answers when they start coming in. Okay, so that's it. I'm just making M. And here's the deal. We are going to use this adhesive sheet moss here in a second. And it's size 16 by 18. I know in my Hometalk post that's live, I have a link to where you could buy this online, but you can also find it in your local craft stores. And so basically, if you want a giant letter, as long as your moss would cover it, 16 by 18, you can make it that big, or you can make them teeny tiny. And that's what I love about DIY is you can make this your very own, because otherwise you have to hunt around in the stores for the perfect thing to go in the perfect space. And that takes more time than anything, trying to find the right thing, when you can just make it yourself and not have to deal with all that. So if you have something giant you want to do, it's way less expensive and easier to find it when you make it yourself. This is a completely a fixer-upper kind of project. It's great for a farmhouse, but honestly, it's just pretty greenery. It's just a pretty pop of color that you can add anywhere. So we're making this letter. You could make, I don't know, maybe a monogram out of it. You could make, I don't know, what letters are people talking about, May?
A's for their last name and all their kids and grandchildren. A lot of N's too for children, like
Their kids' names.
yeah.
Yeah, I think this would be great, and obviously my daughter is 12, So we're in that whole tween age, and we're redoing her room. So cute. All right, so there's my M. Okay, guys? You want fat letters. You don't want, I mean, you could spell things out and do different things with this cardboard, but I would advise don't go too thin on your letters or the font that you pick, because it's going to make this next part a little bit harder. So I'm just going to unwrap this font, this sheet moss. And y'all, if y'all have any questions along the way, I just want you to let me know. So it's a little bit messy, this project. It's easy, but it is messy. You can see it's shedding all over. I'm going to have to vacuum. So this stuff is super, super sticky, okay? So you don't have to worry about it sticking to whatever it is you pick, but so you can do this two ways. If I have a bigger letter, sometimes I wrap it around the letter, and it makes it a little more dimensional. But you could also just barely put this on here. Oh, where'd my pencil go? Oh, it's under here. Okay. Just trace it and cut it out, and it's going to stick. And I'll show you how we can make it a little bit neater, and I'm going to show you how you can hang it, because that's going to be the deal. So some ideas for hanging this. You guys let me know if you like this project. Give me a thumbs up or a little smiley face. Makes me happy to know that y'all are there and liking or not liking what I'm doing. But you can also give me some ideas on where you would use this moss letter that we're doing. What I've done in the past, and you can show them right here behind us, May. Look, up here I have this area in my kitchen that I change out seasonally. And so I've taken that cross out. This is an old fireplace around from like New Orleans, from those old fireplaces they have. So I've taken that cross down, and for Christmas we have a J, because that's our last name. I have a big moss J that I've made before, and that's the one you'll see on my Hometalk tutorial, and we've hung it there. Sometimes I layer it over a picture or a wreath, just as that added, you know, I don't know if it's a Southern thing, but in my opinion, everything's better with a monogram. Does anybody else agree with that? So anytime you can personalize something with your name, I love it. So it makes your home personal. Anybody have ideas where they would hang this? Just curious.
Above fireplaces and on their doors.
Yeah, it would be great on a door. All right, so here comes the super sticky part. You ready? I mean, this stuff is like crazy sticky. I'm going to try to get this off. Ah! Does anybody have any questions so far, May? It's pretty easy.
Are you allowed to just use your moss in the backyard?
Yes, and if you stick with me, because this is such a simple project, I kind of have a phase 2 project I'm going to show you after this that is not part of my Hometalk post. So we're going to do this a little bit at a time, okay, guys, because it's so sticky. So you don't want to, just be careful how you line it up, because once it's stuck, it's stuck. So there, we're going to just kind of do it as we go. This stuff is so pretty, and it really is really good coverage. That's why I like the sheet moss more than just like the stuff from your backyard, even though you could do that. And you want to talk about super cost effective, that's a great way to do it. And I am all for shopping your yard. That's like my favorite thing to do. So, okay. So now, la. Okay.
Where can you find the sticky moss?
The sticky moss is at Michael's, or sometimes, I think they have it sometimes at Walmart. So it's really sticky. Okay, so we're just going to trim whatever doesn't turn out exactly the way we want it. You should be really careful when you put this stuff down. And sometimes if you do it with the, and then so since you're making your own letters, you can tweak them a little. If you feel like one side's, you know, not right, you can make the letters however you want once you get this on there. But this stuff is really sticky, so I would try to get it right the first time. So look how cute this is. This is our letter. Moss letter, yay! Now you're probably wondering, how do I get this on the wall or above my mantle or all these cute places that we're talking about, layering it like I have it, you know, up there, or you can lay it. Look how cute this would be. I'm going to show you. You can layer it like just on a shelf, or you can stick it over over your plates. See how cute that is? But if you want to hang it, here's the best trick ever. Get a paper clip, okay? Just a plain old paper clip. And then get a really good adhesive. This is rapid fuse adhesive. Stuff like Elmer's glue you can use, but it takes so long to dry. And I don't feel like it sticks quite as well. But if you make a puddle of this stuff right here in the middle and let it dry for about 30 minutes, that hanger is not going to go anywhere. And so just have that hanger bent out a little bit. So once that dries, the paper clip will be stuck to the back, and you can even pull it out more, and you can hang that on a nail or on a thumbtack or wherever you want to, and that is going to be perfect. So if you have these sticky ends, just wrap them around so they don't catch on everything. And like I said, you can wrap the whole thing if you want it to be a little thicker. Any questions? Don't forget, guys, if y'all want to have a chance to win a free tote from Hometalk, I just need you to share this project on your Facebook page with all your friends so they can see how to make this cuteness. And then tell us what letter you would use and why, what you would make. Any other good ideas on letters besides names?
No, but we do have a question about, can you use a glue gun instead of...
Absolutely, yeah, that would be a good idea. Sometimes I feel like the hot glue peels off, so, you know, just try it. This isn't very heavy, so it shouldn't be a problem once it hangs. So that is it. It's going to take just a minute for that little clip to dry, but what I'm going to show you in the meantime while that's drying, I already cut this letter out. Like I said, a J is our name. So maybe you want to do something more neutral, or like you said, you want it to do something from your backyard. So I have Spanish moss this time because I love Spanish moss. It's neutral. It reminds me of the South, seeing it hanging in all the trees. And this time I am going to just use Elmer's glue. And let's see if we can get it to come out. I'm going to put a pretty good amount of Elmer's glue. This doesn't come out very good. Be prepared to make a mess, but that's the best projects. They're the messy ones. So these letters, like I said, you can hang them anywhere. I love them layered. I think layering over things, like layering over a picture, you can put it on just a grapevine wreath and make a precious wreath. Or I have done it, like you said, somebody said, on their fireplace, on the mantle, just layered over. I have an old screen that I got off the side of the road. It's a big white screen with just the screen stuck in it, and I layer it on top of that sometimes. Okay, stuff's not coming apart.
How do you get the letters? Do you use a...
I just sketched this one out. So I just used I did a 2x2 letter. I just made it a box letter. So the best thing to do, like I said, is if you use a ruler and do a block letter, it's going to come out nice and straight. And just do everything, all your letter dimensions, 2x2 is about how big this is. But you can make it as big or as small as you want. If you're not comfortable or confident in your lettering, then I would say go online, just do a Word document, and print out the word or the letter that you want to cut out, and then blow it up real big and trace it. Okay, so we're just going to do this all over because this stuff's going to stick. It's going to take a while to dry. You just have to be patient with the drying. We're going to use the same way to hang it on the back. And this is one of those things that you might have to go back and add more later. I say add a lot of glue. And you could use a glue gun for this too, instead of just plain glue. I just feel like the glue gun's a little thicker and you're going to end up seeing the glue through it a little more than this school glue when it dries. But you could definitely use a glue gun. Just watch your fingers, because you know I'm not the only one who, if it doesn't matter what I do with a glue gun, I burn my fingers. Anybody else? Oh my gosh. Send me a smiley face or a heart if you burn your fingers like I do on a glue gun. Holy cow. They need to make those like thimbles for glue guns. Okay, so we're just squishing this in there.
Everybody would like to see Gigi, our doggy. They see her feet.
You can show Gigi. This is a greyhound, guys. These crazy wild race dogs, right? This is what she does 99% of the day is this. Couch potato is no lie. She's our girl. We love her. So I'm trimming the gray moss off this thing. So you can just go turn it over and you're going to give it a little haircut. This little moss. And like I said, you may have to do this in layers because it's going to dry and then you'll see like some spots that you can go back in and add these little pieces. But this is exactly how you would do the moss out of your own yard. And honestly, you don't even have to do moss on these letters, but never underestimate an old cereal box or a pizza box, because I use them all the time in my house. Granted, I have 3 kids, so we go through cereal a lot, don't we, May? Mm-hmm. So what do y'all think? Would y'all rather use the moss, the adhesive moss, or the moss from your yard? Anybody have a preference? Or which one do they think looks better? I'm just curious. To everybody's, it's probably a lot of opinions on that, but I love working with school glue. It makes me feel like a kid again. Everybody knows that smell of glue, back to school smell. Okay. You can see how quick this is. This does not take long.
Everybody's saying they like the adhesive moss.
Okay, well I'm not done with this one, so. But yes, I think it's a lot neater looking. But if you're going for a neutral, if you have like a tone-on-tone house or kind of this kitchen area that I have, I don't know if they want to see it, you know, it might look cute with a little neutral J up here versus that green. But to me, the adhesive moss is a year-round deal. You can use it for spring, you can use it for fall, you can use it for summer. It's just a good thing to change out in your decor. So right now, this is totally reminding me of like a Yeti or the, I don't know. We just watched a movie about that, about Bigfoot. He needs a haircut. So we're just going to cut this down. Once you start doing this, it's a whole lot, looks a lot better than the mess that it was before. But y'all can see, anybody can do this. It is so inexpensive. It's so easy to do. And like I said, you can make these letters as big or as small as you want. And then once again, ta-da! I'm sorry, it needs to dry more than what I'm doing because it just does. So I've made a huge mess. But you can see, here's our 2 letters. We should say May Jones, MJ. So one's bigger than the other. You just make them any size you want to. Layer them wherever you want to. Like this would be so cute. Hanging here. I've done this, like I said before, here. See how cute that is? Simple. Anybody have ideas or questions about where they'd hang their letter? Nope. It's because it's so easy. Another fun thing you could do, okay, I can't give it to him right now, with these is you could cover them with wallpaper, you could cover them with scrapbook paper, you could cover them with fabric, but you can always use your cardboard that you have laying around your house as the frame, essentially, to make a large letter. Because these are hard to find in stores. You can find a lot of stuff that's smaller, but just to find it exactly how you want it, just make it your own. So that's it. That's how you make a moss letter. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Simple craft. I'm all about being simple. So, I know that we're going to announce a winner of who gets a free tote from Hometalk from you guys that shared and told us what kind of letter we liked. Do we have a winner, May? Do you know?
Congratulations to Cindy Bellovery.
Cindy what?
Bellovery.
Cindy Bellovery? Does that sound, am I saying it right? You are the winner of the Hometalk tote. Yay, I'm so excited for you. And you guys, tomorrow at 1 o'clock, there's going to be, 1 o'clock Eastern, there'll be another Hometalk Live that'll walk you through a fun project that you can work on at home. And if you guys have any questions, I hope you'll just stick them in the comments and I'll go through and answer. And once again, my name is Kim. I blog over at Hunt and Host. I'm so glad y'all joined me today. Thanks a bunch.